All right, so we're taking this Mini Cooper on a road test cross country from Southern California to Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm on a mission. I need to make it there in a couple days. So no stops unless I have to, restroom, eating, things like that. So it's a good test for this Mini Cooper. It's got a little bit high mileage. It's got 163,000. So the trip is about 2,200 miles straight shot. So cross our fingers. So this here is the Mini, and I'm actually going to deliver this to a family member as a gift, and I want to drive it there and deliver it in person and see if it makes it. So we will see. We'll see how it does. I'll keep you updated. Bunch of desert over here. I'm going through Barstow. Really important for the car to be reliable. Got lots of water, extra oil. Need to get gas soon. All right, so it's the next morning. I'm about halfway, a little over halfway through to the journey. So far the Mini's doing pretty good. There's a little vibration on the right front. I think it's probably the CV axle. I did replace the left one before the trip because the left one went out, which is the most common one to go out on these Mini Coopers, by the way. And the things that I'm actually worried about on this Mini Cooper, this is a second gen Mini Cooper, by the way. It's a 2009 S model, and it does have quite a bit of miles on it. So there's some certain things that I'm a little concerned about that these cars have issues with. One of them being oil consumption. Of course, if you have a Mini, you know that. Every time I'm fueling up, I'm checking the oil level, making sure that it's good. I did a fresh oil change before this trip, and I use a liquid moly. And this one, it takes a 5W30, full synthetic, of course, but I put a 5W40, a little thicker, and it handles it better. A while ago, we did a valve guide seal job on this car, which they're plagued with. The issue where you blow smoke after a while sitting in traffic, and then you accelerate, it blows smoke. So we did that. It's had a turbo done on it about 4 years ago. Quite a bit of things done on it. I had the transmission pulled and resealed. Did a service on it recently. I just replaced the reservoir. I think I mentioned that before on the trip. And tires are good. Brakes are like at 20%. I'm not really using the brakes that much on this trip, but the main thing I'm worried about actually is the fuel pump. The fuel pumps on these cars, they have an issue where when the fuel pump ages, it will actually burn out the relay in the fuse box. Now, you may think, well, okay, that's not a big deal, replace the relay, except you cannot. The relay is soldered into the circuit board and is unserviceable and unreachable. You can send the control unit out to have it repaired, or you can just replace it. You know, it's a part that the dealer stocks, but in most cases it requires programming as well. Anyway, if I break down because of that, how am I going to replace it? You know what I mean? So basically you have to wait until it cools off. You got to wait about 40 minutes, and then the car will start again, and then you can go, and it'll quit. Once it starts doing that, then it's going to keep doing it. And basically what happens is it burns the contact on the relay because the fuel pump is aging and is drawing too much amperage for the relay, burning the contacts. So it can't really get the voltage slash amperage that it needs, and you break down. So that's my main concern, especially I've been driving so much, pretty much non-stop. I only stopped for like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours to try to take a nap. I slept in my car. It was pretty tough. It was pretty tough to sleep in here, so it wasn't very successful. So I am pretty tired, but I did make pretty good progress. I'm over halfway, so we'll see how it goes and just take it easy. Luckily on the 40, goes all the way across the U.S. Basically, the speed limit's 75, so it's a decent speed limit. During the day, yesterday I got 108, and I really, like I told you, I'm not using the air conditioning. So, because I don't want to put extra strain on the engine. And I also do not want to blow out the AC compressor. It does happen on these where it'll seize up or lock up. You'll throw a belt and that's it, you're done. You know, you're gonna get it towed somewhere, and hopefully they have a belt and they can service you within the next couple days. So we're just gonna take it easy when it gets hot, when the temperature gets up. Right now it's summertime, so when we go across, right now it's 71 degrees and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's not too bad. But as soon as it gets hotter, I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down and hang out with the big rigs, and I just don't want to put any extra strain on anything. And I felt that little vibration on the right front. I think it's a CV axle. The heat is definitely its enemy, and speed. So I'm just gonna take it easy and see how we do. I'll keep you updated. At night, it's a little tough to drive because you get bored. You don't have a nice view of anything. But it does feel cooler out. I'm not using the air conditioning on this car. All right, so we're still cruising. Their time here, I'm in Oklahoma, heading towards the next state, and the Mini's doing good. I'm pushing it a little more at night because it's a little cooler, though it is still 80 degrees. I'm doing 90 right now, and during the day I wish I could you know, slide some pictures in here, but there's nothing around, so nothing exciting to see. The main thing is the Mini's doing well. There's no weird noises. It feels great. There's no leaks, nothing like that going on, no hiccups. So I'm very happy. She's doing a great job. And I'd forgotten to mention, it's not a plug for the brand or the products, but I'd used Ceratec by Liqui Moly. I use it in this car, and I just put a new one in when I did the oil change before this drive, and I've had to fill up 3 times, and I've checked the oil every time, and I have not had to add any oil, which is great. So normally when I commute for work, I have to add a half a quart to a quart every fill up, and I'm commuting halfway, well, mainly on freeway, and I'm doing I'm doing 80 pretty much the whole way. I have a 40-mile commute each way to work. So, the product is helping out pretty good, I think. So it has a ceramic powder mixed in there, and it fills in all the gaps and anneals all the contacted surfaces, metal to metal. Does a good job. Hello. I'm stuck in traffic, getting closer. Before the trip, Danny was giving me a hard time that I didn't clean the car for Lincoln before I deliver it to him. And I told him, I'm like, dude, this thing is gonna get so dirty by the time I get there. He's like, no, it'll be fine. Well, look at the windshield. I already cleaned it twice. All these bugs splattered on the windshield. The outside of the car looks the same. Danny. They had us take this detour in this little town in the bayou action. Have some bugs on the windshield. This guy in the big rig in back of me is just talking some foreign language. He's all upset. I'm just sitting here for an hour. That detour is having us go through some little town in Arkansas. I think this is where the Hillbilly Eulogy was filmed. Right over here. Hillbillies everywhere over here. Yeehaw. So we're getting gas, not too bad. After almost 2,000 miles, it's only a quarter of a quart low, so I'll top it off now and head back on out. This is how you know you're in Arkansas. Got dips everywhere, crawling critters everywhere, dead critters. Hello. Just avoided an accident, happened right in front of me. The bigger in front of me smashed right into a truck. Wow. Barely stopped. Nobody hit me behind me, luckily. I'm gonna make sure everybody's okay here. Actually, I'm gonna stay in my car because we're on the freeway. Wow. All right, I'm just a couple miles from my destination in Knoxville, Tennessee. And in 2 days, we made it 2,200 miles. Put a lot of strain on the car and it made it. So no real problems. It has that little vibration that's gonna be the right front CV axle. It only does it sometimes, so it probably has a lot of life left in it. It's just, I mean, going non-stop pretty much. I only got 7 hours of sleep total on the trip with taking little breaks. So pretty good. I'm proud of this little Mini, and I'm gonna be handing this Mini down to a very important loved one. They're really gonna enjoy it. It's actually a surprise. So very happy the Mini made it, first of all, and very excited for the homecoming of the Mini's new owner. So I appreciate you joining me on this little adventure. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Happy boating to you.